Here at the Canada Revenue Agency office in Halifax is where the investigation started into what on paper is the biggest Cape Breton family business empire you've never heard of. And the allegations are all detailed here in 92 pages of court records. But the story really starts here. At this former restaurant, this home in nearby North Sydney, and a local farm. It's from these locations and one more in Kentville that the CRA says Nadia Saker, Angela McDonald, Georgette Young, and their mother, Lydia Saker, claim to have done $56 million in sales over 4 years. Now, the allegations haven't been tested in court, but here is some of what the CRA says the companies claimed. 54,000 cookbook sales in 6 months. Here's one of the cookbooks by one of the sisters, Angela, with recipes for things like sautéed vegetables. And there's more. Hundreds of children's fur coats that went for $1,000 a piece. A wig-making company that did $1.4 million in sales. Even more from a catering company. And the list goes on. The problem is, according to the CRA, these businesses had no employees. In some cases, they didn't even have bank accounts. The CRA says the sales and, crucially here, the expenses claimed by the companies were almost all fake, a part of a scheme to seek $3.6 million in illegal tax refunds from the federal government. Businesses report how much sales tax they take in, but can also get credit for sales tax they pay out for expenses. In some cases, companies can legitimately claim HST tax credits that outstrip what they collect, entitling them to money from the government. But
the CRA you would expect them to test the return, right, to see if the return is legitimate.
And that's what happened here. But in many cases, auditors could find no trace of the outside companies the family had purported to do business with. One of these was even called Vandal II Industries. Does that ring a bell?
Did anybody call here asking for Vandal II Industries? No, what happened to you?
Yes, a CRA investigator even made the connection to the fictitious company featured in the sitcom Seinfeld. CBC News could not reach Georgette Young, Angela McDonald, Nadia Saker, or Lydia Saker for comment. The CRA says it's seen a rise in recent years in what it calls abusive GST schemes. So much so that in 2016 it launched a crackdown deploying sophisticated software to flag worrisome files for audit. And since then, the agency says it's managed to prevent $400 million in unwarranted tax refunds. Richard Cuthbertson, CBC News, Halifax.